Easy. Okay, sorry I might pause a bit in this video, but I'm just gathering thought because I have to ask the question, what are they up to? When I say they, I'm talking about permanent global government. I'm talking about the UN in particular. I'm talking about other globalists. What are they up to while we are being clearly kept distracted with Covid? Now, the new regulations that have come out recently do not support the statistics. And the statistics clearly show that whilst the cases are on the rise, obviously more tests are being carried out, so that's going to happen. But hospitalisations are way down. Deaths are way down. In fact, on Sunday the 20th of September, more people died through suicide in the UK than through Covid. That's a fact. I just happened to hear that on Monday, in fact. And they originally said when it came to lockdown that it was all about protecting the NHS so that it didn't get overwhelmed with the number of cases. And we built Nightingale hospitals that remained empty. So we clearly, with the huge number of cases and deaths at that time, we clearly managed to keep the NHS from becoming swamped. Because they never used the hospitals. And now, all of a sudden, with the deaths way down on those times, we're talking about second lockdowns. Well, they're not exactly using the word lockdown, but they are in fact lockdowns. Yeah, you have to ask, what are they doing while we are being kept so distracted by this? Let's look at the media. The media have reported on almost nothing else other than Covid since March. That's the mainstream media. They briefly diverted through pressure from Nigel Farage and Britain First onto actually discussing the hundreds of people that are crossing the channel illegally per day. But now they have decided to drop that now. While it's still going on, they've decided to drop it, and this new lockdown and these cases have kind of taken the attention of the mainstream media away from that important fact. But let's look at why they might need to control the population. First of all, I don't want anybody to call me a conspiracy theorist here, because I'm not really offering any theories, only questions that all right-thinking people should be asking. And those that don't conform to groupthink, such as myself, are asking. The population at large has been rather naughty over the past few years. We've voted for Brexit, we voted for Trump, we voted for Viktor Orban, we voted for Scott Morrison. All those sort of anti-globalist leaders. And it's kind of put a dampener on the globalist agenda. And of course now in America, that very same population is about to be very naughty yet again. But yet we see Black Lives Matter protests continuing on, no social distancing and nobody giving a shit. We're being stopped from seeing our relatives, but yet rioting is okay. Nobody's stopping them. Even the authorities are not stopping them. You've got the issue with the migrants where nobody's really stopping them. So it begs the question, is that we are being kept so distracted by this that we have no idea what is happening behind the scenes and what they are doing behind the scenes. I've seen a lot about this so-called conspiracy theory called a Great Reset. You can find information on that if you look for yourself. I couldn't pull together an exact link for you right now, but I have seen some things about it. And it would be very difficult for them to carry that out while the population is awake, but whilst we are all kept scared, we're not as resistant. It's a bit like if you want to distract a guard dog, you throw it a nice juicy steak. Have you seen what you can get away with when you distract a guard dog? You can get away with literally anything. You could flipping pat them on the back while they're chewing the steak and they won't give a shit. So I've got to ask, and while all these pubs are being told to shut at 10 o'clock, one thing that town centres across the UK had problems with was lots of violence on particularly Fridays and Saturday nights with silly drunk people unable to control themselves. And whilst we've been under COVID restrictions, that must have literally dropped through the floor. Now, you would think that that's probably good for some people. Whilst it's obviously terrible for the the pubs and the clubs economy, it's got to be good for some people. So while businesses are going out of business and people are struggling and are scared to death of not just COVID but losing their jobs, what is going on behind the scenes? Please, somebody, offer me some conspiracy theories. Or should I say sensible theories? Please, sensible theories if you can. So we're all distracted by this. And they're talking about it going on for another 6 months. And the statistics just simply do not warrant it. The new hospitals, that's the other thing I meant to mention. Yeah, we've already seen nurses as well. Whistleblower nurses have come out and says, what the fuck are you all clapping us for? We're not doing anything. They're saying that we're all so busy, but we're not. We're not. So, what's it all about? Thanks for watching. Till next time. Easy.